I'll hit record for those that aren't with us. Thanks for getting on tonight. This is really going to help you out. We have our coaching opportunity call coming up on Thursday, and we have our coach open house next week. Just a heads up for the coach opportunity call, if you've never been on it, just kind of gives you a rundown of, how the company started, how it's gotten to where it is today, about our team, how to sign up as a coach, what to expect when you do sign up, all that kind of good stuff. And I actually took a lot of time today to kind of personalize a little bit more. I took out all the generic pictures. I added all Team Fit and Focus pictures. I actually added the slide about the different kinds of coaches. So like the discount coach, the hobby coach, and the like all-in coach, which we use in open house. I made a slide with that. Just a few things. I took out some stuff. I took out the part about like signing up as a challenger because a lot of people are already challengers. So it seemed like that was just like a weird part of the opportunity call. So anyways, I took some time to do it. I think it's going to be awesome and help us out. So hopefully we can get a lot of people on these calls. First up, Casey is going to share with us. Casey and Megan are going to chat first. We'll have Casey go just about making connections. This is part of the 3 vital behaviors, inviting, starting with the invite process, or starting with the connection process. So Casey's going to go over that first, what she does to make those connections each day.
Okay. So for me, if I'm like trying to find connections through Facebook, I do so like one or two ways. I do try to reach out to people when it's their birthday, and I know I've mentioned this before. I don't know if anyone's been on these calls before, but and remembers me saying this. But if it's someone's birthday, I usually, write happy birthday on their wall, and then I send them a personal message, and I can give you an example of one. So this girl Jess, she was in my sorority at Penn State, and I haven't talked to her in forever. So I just said, "Hey Jess, happy birthday. How are you? Any special birthday plans? You look great. Where are you working these days? Are you dating anyone? I hope you're doing well and that you have a wonderful birthday. Miss seeing you." So this ended up spiraling into this great conversation where she actually has been meaning to reach out to me about Beachbody stuff for a really long time. So she was interested in a challenge pack. I'm just waiting for her to kind of look through the information that I sent her. But that's one example. And then another example would be just kind of like scrolling on Facebook and looking for people who, maybe I haven't talked to in a while, or might be someone good to reach out to, and kind of scrolling on their personal page to see what they've been up to in their life. And then I sometimes just reach out to them and send them a message. Like this one girl, she's actually my second cousin's wife, and I haven't talked to her in a while, but I just said, "Hey Jen, how are you? How are your holidays? How is the family? Did you take your girls to see Beauty and the Beast by chance?" Because she had something posted on her wall about Beauty and the Beast. So I just asked her something very specific about something on her wall to kind of get the conversation going. But those are like the two main ways that I find people to reach out to.
Okay, awesome. And I think Casey made a really good point that she connected with someone that said that she has been meaning to get in touch with her. That's a good lesson that we can all learn. Some of us think that our Facebook posts are going to automatically attract people to message you, when bottom line is that they might be kind of intimidated to do so maybe, and you need to make the extra effort to make that initial conversation. So that's a really good example case. Okay, Megan, go ahead and share with us.
Hi. I do the same. I like to reach out on their birthdays and send them personal messages. And the thing that I love lately is when you click to message them, it tells you where they live and where they work. So right there it has something like, "Oh, I see you live here," or "You work here. How's that going?" So I kind of connect through that. I'm going to post my sample conversation, some of them in the thing. Is it okay if I don't read them all out? Because I'm kind of not feeling like reading everything right now. But two of the ones that I have examples of, I just connected by looking at their pictures and where they work, and they came right back saying they wanted information about Beachbody because they've seen my posts. So like, you know, like Michelle, like they just said, like you just gotta like reach out, and they like come back because they know that you do it. You know, they see all your posts. And then another one is just an example that I'm just like constantly like trying to connect with her and relate to like her pictures and stuff. It hasn't gone into any Beachbody stuff yet, but I'm just like warming up and really like trying to connect with her. So
Awesome. So yeah,
okay.
again, Megan said that you know, they see your Facebook posts, but they're only going to see your Facebook posts if you are consistently posting. That's why, you know, you should be, you know, sharing what you're doing, not all Beachbody related, because you want to be relatable in other areas of their life. But that's important. They need to know what's going on. So, okay, great. So Megan's going to post those examples in Team Fit and Focus. So we are going to take 7 minutes. I have this down, okay? I'm going to put the timer on for 7 minutes for you to send out some messages. Just simply making connections, nothing to do with Beachbody, okay? So, go. Lola, we're working on making connections. Megan posted in the group some samples if you want to check them out. Are you ready to share, Allie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Hey guys. I can't see anybody. Okay.
Oh, you,
I have no idea how well the Wi-Fi is going to hold up. I'm at my mom's house. So, basically, I already posted in the group script I use for inviting. So, let me go back. I can read it. But I also use a lot out of GoPro. So, hold on. Let me read it for you. I think a lot of you have already even seen it. So the one for host, I usually say I'm hosting a webinar tonight and I give the time. And this is through a private message. I'll be talking about my coaching journey and how it's affected my family and talking about what it means to be a fitness coach and answering some questions live. I'd love to get your feedback. It'd mean a lot if you were able to hop on. Are you available? So I actually do host my own call, mostly because you guys, when you guys host yours on Eastern, it doesn't really work for people for our time zone because it's too early and most people can't make it. So I committed to hosting my own, and basically I'll do it even if nobody's on there, just so I can have the recording and share it later. So that's the biggest thing. Like if you ever host a call on your own, don't forget to record it, because what happens the next day is if someone can't get on, they'll be like, oh, I missed it. Can I have the recording? And you're like, well, nobody, like you don't have to say, well, nobody else got on, so I just canceled it. So I've actually done several calls and I've walked out of the office and my husband's like, oh, how'd it go? And I'm like, oh, no one got on. He's like, oh, really? Because you just can't tell. Like I just go and I throw it on my YouTube later. So I also use a lot out of Eric Worre's book, and one of them, oh, of course, I just lost my page. Bummer. But it's like, I have a product I'm excited about. I want to, want you to learn more about it, or want you to learn more about my team. But obviously you have to be making the connections like like Casey and Michelle already talked about with these people. And often I'll run a event prior to the team call. So, and I will only usually invite a few people that have shown interest in posts that I've done about coaching or something like that, just to get them more information so they know when the call is. So I hope that helps you guys. I know it's a little different because I host my own, but I would just change that wording in there and say my team is hosting an opportunity call, and help them get started or get into that call.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yikes, I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know what
that was. Oh, that was Casey. Oh, okay. Yes, definitely super helpful. Check out those scripts in the Facebook group that Allie put in. Like she said, you can just kind of change the wording to fit you. I also did a post on my page yesterday for if you wanted to do a post. I know a lot of you, some of you did because of it was part of our Fit and Focused Facebook challenge. But if not, you can check out my post on my Facebook page as well to put a post together. Okay. Yeah.
I'll post wording too for the post I post up too.
Okay, perfect.
Because that was more of a private message. So I know that's what you guys are going to want to send out now, but I can post what I post as like an invite to on my Facebook page.
Yeah, perfect. And keep in mind, don't prejudge people thinking like, oh, I don't know if they're going to be interested. It might not work out for them. They might be too busy. This is not the time. I mean, let them be the one to decide that. Just offer it to them. I think that's something very important. I used to prejudge all the time. And I mean, it really held me back. And some of the people that I offered it to, really surprised me. So don't prejudge.
Yeah. And I've also used, like, I know Eric Worre calls it like the super indirect approach, like where you're kind of like, I know this isn't for you, but I would love your feedback. And that works really well if you're the one hosting the call. So you can say like, I know you probably don't want to do this, but I love your feedback. This is my first time doing the call or whatever. And I love your input on how I did. And, and then you can just ask them, well, was the information clear? And start a conversation that way. So I've used that one before. So
that's a good idea. And actually, and I would mention it to discount people too, because I'm going to try to make a point to kind of stress that more in the call too, about like the different types of coaches. That's why I added that slide in. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you some time to get started. 8 minutes this time, trying to stay on track. All right. Go. Okay, our time is up. Okay, we're moving on to something similar, but so we have the coaching opportunity call, and although that's great to get people face to face and on the call like that, and we can, we can always send them the recording if they can't make it. But it's also awesome to get them into our coach open house groups. And I actually have even offered the coach opportunity call, even if they've gotten on or listening to the recording. I've offered the coach open house in addition to that, because that just gives them a feel of our team. Because when our team participates with that, it's really nice to see the dynamic of everyone in our group, in our team. So Marissa's going to share with us, inviting to our coach open house.
Sorry. Right now, can you hear me okay now? Yeah, okay. So I just have 2 personal messages that I sent, and I typed them out, or I'm like in a Word doc, so I can just put them in the group. But these are people I have either talked to before about something like this, either coaching or the call or something, and they said either now's not the right time, or people I've just been keeping in contact with just by building relationships. So I don't know if you want me to read all these, but basically I'd say, hey lady, how are you? I know we've talked about coaching before, but I wanted to let you know my team has a no obligations open house next week, where you'll get to see what goes on within the team. It's an awesome way to meet some of the ladies on our team. Let me know if I can add you. So that was one. And then the next one was someone that I hadn't talked to necessarily about coaching before, but again, I just started with, hi, how are you doing? 'Cause I always just want to ask, how are you doing? This one I kind of said, I saw that you've been liking a bunch of my Beachbody / coaching posts, which is awesome. I know you're into health and fitness, and I was wondering if you had any interest in learning more about coaching. And then I just kind of went into the same thing about the open house, told them it was like a sneak peek and an awesome way to meet and connect with some people on our team. And then I said, just let me know if you're interested. So I think, and I don't know if I'm doing this on purpose, but like with people I've talked to about coaching before or that have been in the groups, I'm just saying, is it okay if I add you? Or let me know if you don't want to be added, I've said before, I think. But with people that I am like have just been kind of building a relationship with, it's let me know if, so just kind of opens up more of a dialogue. So I haven't made a post yet, but I will, and I was going to do that tonight. And when I make a Facebook post, I'll add that as well, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I've never used I've noticed you've been liking or commenting on my posts. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll
I
definitely
have some creepers. I know they're out there.
Yeah, and I think when you say like, can I add you, or what was the other one you said? Let me know if it's not, or if you don't want me to add you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
something like that.
comes off like more confident or something, or like it's no big deal. Like,
Right. And I don't want people to think like if they say no, we can no longer speak or anything like that.
Right.
And
Yeah, I don't know. I like that. I like that wording. But yeah. So okay, definitely post those in the group, and so we'll work on those open house posts too. You can even like somewhat combine the call and open house too if you wanted to in your invites. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the timer on and we will go. All right. Okay. We've got one last thing that I was going to go over with you. So this is kind of different from the connections and the coach open house and coach opportunity call. So I'm going to share my screen and show you. Okay, how one of the ways that close all these. Sorry, guys. Okay, one of the ways that can you guys see? Because you guys are gone. Can someone just tell me if they see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Because I can't see you like nodding or anything. Okay, so one of the ways that I expand my market and meet new people on Facebook is through Facebook groups. And for a while, I didn't really realize how to find Facebook groups. So I wanted to show all of you how you can do that. And the reason why it's nice is because you can find someone right off the bat with a common interest. So I'm just going to use running as an example. So in the search bar, I would just type running and hit enter. And notice I'm actually in a running mommies group, and I've actually met a few women in there and connected with them, and they've been in challenge groups. So that's a perfect example. But so to find groups, these are my groups I'm already in. Well, there's only one suggestion here. So right at the top, you actually click on groups, and what will appear on your screen is a bunch of different running groups. You can see Running Mommies and Running the Distance are the two that I'm in already. Running the World. You'll notice there's some ones with other coaches in it. You can see Run for Life. That's one of the coaches in Fit Family Network. Her actual downline of coaches, but you can just go through all the different groups and figure out which one. I mean, you can click on them. Some of them are closed, but you can see members. Some of them, pretty much the closed groups are the only ones that are going to pop up. If they were secret, they wouldn't show up. But and you can click to join, and obviously someone might have to approve that you're in there. But once you're in the group, so you don't join a group just to go in there and just talk Beachbody and post your advertisements and things like that. That would be the wrong way to go about it. Here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. So the suggestion that I have for you once you get into those groups is to actually just join in on the conversation. So if someone asks about, like, I'm trying to think of something that I posted about the gels that they were offering for the Philadelphia Marathon. This is just one off the top of my head. I posted about that in the Running Mommies group, asking about if people had tried those before, because it was the first time. I'd never tried them before. I'd never even heard of them. So I was asking about that. And of course, like, all these moms comment on it, and I can interact with them. I can friend request them eventually if I'm interacting with them a lot. And I can start those personal conversations with those people through the groups, with the forming process. Like Megan said, basically it takes you the connection process, and when you pull their name up, it shows you, where they live, where they work, so you can start up a conversation right there with them with that. So the whole idea is to find groups in that search bar of something that you're interested: running, shopping, moms, whatever it may be. And then you can go, I think I have like a cooking one that I joined. But then so find a couple groups right now, and if you can during this time also, maybe try to look at the conversation that's going on. If you get added to the group, look at the conversation that's going on, and maybe try to chime in a little bit so that you can eventually start building those relationships with some of those people in the groups. Okay, so does everyone understand what we're going to do right now? So go out there and find some Facebook groups. All right, go ahead and get started. This will be it. All right, ladies, we're gonna stop there. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't want to keep you any longer. I feel like we have so many sickos. Megan's sick. Lola's not feeling well. I feel like there's so many people in our challenge groups that are talking about getting sick. Oh my goodness, so much is going on. So, and I know there were several people that didn't even get on tonight because of being sick. So thank you so much for getting on. If you have any questions about any of the information that was shared tonight, please feel free to post in the group or send any of us a message that's shared tonight. And just a reminder, we have that coach opportunity call at 9 o'clock. I think it's going to be a good one. Like I said, I switched things up a bit and everything to make it more fitting for us. So if you have any questions about that or anything, let me know. I'm always here to help. Thanks again for getting on. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all soon. All right. Bye, guys.